LA Rams, they're traveling east to face Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. The Rams blew out the Vikings in the wild card game 27-9. And while some may have been surprised by the outcome, Danny Boy saw the Rams coming months ago. That's you, Dan. You're Danny Boy.
Thank you. Okay.
Are you saying the Rams are a top 5 team in the NFL right now? If you give me your 5 top teams, you taking the Rams as one of them?
No, I'm not. What I am telling you and what I've told everybody for weeks is when they're healthy, they can win the whole thing. And yesterday, they were healthy. And when they're healthy, they could beat anybody on their schedule. And if you're Detroit or if you're Philadelphia, you better pray that this offense doesn't get into the playoffs. That's what I am telling you. October?
I stand down.
My job.
He loves it.
It's my job.
Give it up.
Hey.
My job.
No, you take that victory lap. People give us so much crap when we're wrong. You take that victory lap, baby.
It's my job.
See,
it's my job.
Dan, Elle's not looking out for you right now. She's not looking out for you right now because it's a setup. I'll let you go first, Elle, but here's the deal. This celebration is premature. I would think from the Sam Darnold situation, Dan, you would know better. I suggest you pipe it down and see what they do against Philly this weekend.
First of all,
let's find out what happens.
I mean, all right. So I was right on the Sam Darnold situation, just to be abundantly clear, Stephen A. 2.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. 2, I didn't say anything. I said it's my job. It's my job. It's my job.
Well, then say it. Do you think that they're the most dangerous team left in the NFC, the Rams?
I do. I think they're the most dangerous team left in the NFC. Okay, so all right, who in the NFC has a coach who's led their team to the Super Bowl and won it? Sean McVay. Who in the NFC has a quarterback that's gone to the Super Bowl and won it?
Okay.
The Rams. What team in the NFC has a quarterback that has had one of the most clutch playoff runs in the history of the NFL? The Rams with Matthew Stafford. In the playoffs with Stafford, he's 5-1 together with Sean McVay. 5-1, 70% completion percentage, a passer rating of 111, 18 touchdowns, 3 picks. He's a killer in the playoffs. Okay, then you go to Kyren Williams. Kyren's a walking touchdown. When he's on the field, all he does is score touchdowns. He's a walking touchdown. This defense, after last year, and this is said with the endless amount of admiration, last year with Aaron Donald, who's one of the greatest defensive linemen in the history of the NFL, they gave up 401 points. They had 15 takeaways and 44 sacks. This year, without Aaron Donald, this defense has given up 395 points. That's less than last year. They've gotten 22 takeaways. That's more than last year, and they've gotten 47 sacks. So we're talking about a defense that is a better unit this year than they were last year. They got a quarterback and coach that have done it, and I'm just telling everybody, I love Philadelphia. I think they're a fantastic football team. That quarterback and coach will walk into that building and saying, you got to come get us. We do not have to go beat you. You got to beat us. We've been there and done that. And that's why I think they're dangerous, because they're confident.
Dan has a lot of numbers. I have some numbers, too, because you're right. The Stafford effect is real. We've talked about this. Matt Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks currently playing.
Ever.
He's actually played 5 playoff teams, 5 teams this year that are in the playoffs. He's got the second best QBR against those teams, behind only Josh Allen. And do you know his record in those games? They're 2-3. So it doesn't matter if Matt Stafford is excellent, as we expect that he's going to be, because it's not resulting necessarily in wins.
And I'm gonna check their schedule, because this is where you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Including one of those losses was to the Eagles, by the way. Now, I know a different team, but still.
The Eagles ran all over him.
What I'm saying is that just relying on Sean McVay's experience from a couple of years ago, or the fact that Matt Stafford's been there before, I don't doubt he's going to have a great game. That doesn't mean that they're the most dangerous team that's left in the. When you say danger, right? Maybe it's a team that people didn't see coming, or you're not exactly sure what you're going to get. How is that not the Commanders then?
You think that the Commanders are more dangerous than the Rams?
How are they not more dangerous?
Because they're not as good.
Okay.
They're not as good of a team as much as I like.
And as much experience.
Yeah, Dan Quinn and Jaden, he's still a rookie. They don't have.
That doesn't make you dangerous, though? They don't know. You don't know. He's already done things that we've never seen rookie quarterbacks done, and most people at this network did not pick them to come out of Tampa Bay, myself included. All I'm saying is when you're talking about dangerous, which usually alludes to a team that you don't see coming. Maybe it's not that team that you mentioned that has all of this postseason experience and one of the best quarterbacks already playing.
I get it.
Well, I did pick them to beat the Buccaneers, and it happened. I'm sorry, I did pick them to win the last game.
You got one right. You got one right.
That's number one.
95% right.
Once again, you disappeared for a week or so when I was right a couple other times this season. So it is what it is. I'm not saying.
That one week he was like 15 for 15.
Yeah, I'm on the network.
You missed all of
I'm on the network 6 days a week, but somehow I disappeared for a week.
Well, I'm talking about from me because I'm on the air too. You certainly ain't on the air more than me, but yet somehow, some way I couldn't find you.
Are we going to debate that? Let's just go.
Here's the point. We can debate it. Here's the deal. Ain't no debate. Here's the bottom line, though. You're right about what you're saying about the Rams. My issue with you is deferring back to the sound from months ago where you're talking about they can win it all. And I'm saying to you, that hasn't been proven yet. This is the test right here. Last time we saw the Rams against Philadelphia, they gave up 255 yards rushing to Saquon Barkley, 302 scrimmage yards. They got boat race. We're looking at an offensive line that ran roughshod over them. We're looking at a Los Angeles Rams squad. Again, you got Kupp, you got Higsby, you got Nakua. You want to see what they're going to do. But what are you going to do against that elite Philadelphia Eagles defense led by Vic Fangio? Those are the kind of questions that we have. So I'm looking at the numbers that you pointed out about Matthew Stafford. I think he's like 5-1 in this postseason since he's been a Los Angeles Ram. We know McVay ain't even 40 yet, but he got 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl title. We know what Nakua can do, etc. But in the end, when you're going up against this Philadelphia Eagles team on the road, and I'm told it's going to be pretty close. You know how I feel about that. Molly knows how I feel about that. Look, when you are accustomed to playing in warm weather, and you got to go to a cold weather city, 99% of the time you going down. You just going down. That's just how it goes. And I'm going to watch the weather report because that's going to tell me a lot about what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah,
99% of the time. Is that a real stat, or did you just also make that one up too?
No. That's not a real stat. That's not a real stat. But every time I've seen a warm weather team going to a cold weather city, when it's really, really cold.
He's talking about Miami. He's talking about you, Dolphins.
That's masses.
So to your point, the 2 and 3 to the playoff teams. One was week 1 at Detroit.
Sure.
That game ends in overtime when Detroit just walked down the field. And then they lost, I think, week 5 to Green Bay when they had nobody left because they were decimated by injury.
And then the Eagles.
Yes. In the Eagles game, yes. This game, honestly, I feel the same way about this game that I do Buffalo and Baltimore. I think one of those games, the road team wins. I don't feel confident and like super convicted either way with picking the winner.
Got it.
Would I be surprised if Buffalo won? No. Would I be surprised if Baltimore won? No. Would I be surprised if the Rams won? Nope. Would I be surprised if Philly? I think
Let me ask you this:
these games
with
are
that
close.
one, if it came down to the quarterback with LA and Philly, you're taking Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. Me
yeah,
too.
Of course I am.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Do you trust Jalen's arm?
No, I don't. Not to win the game, and I don't. Like, that's not even just like my opinion or conjecture. That's literal history. Jalen passing yards when they win, 150 yards, 130 yards, 120 yards. When they lose, 304 yards, 258. If this falls on Jalen Hurts' arm, the Eagles are going to lose a game.
Yeah, I also think just because of the way that the defensive line for LA, like Philadelphia's offensive line is big, it's physical, it's tough, it's nasty, it's violent, it brings the fight to you. LA's defensive line is big, it's physical, it's nasty, it's tough, it's violent, it brings the fight to you. So I think this is the best defensive line that Philly has seen, and no question about it, they ran all over that defense last time. I think if you're the Rams, you got to treat Saquon like you would treat a Derrick Henry. You have to get him to the backfield. And as much as I love it, this offensive line in Philly has had some cracks over the past couple weeks. I do think there's some matchups that you can get if you're LA. I believe it's a great game. I really do. But I think if you're forcing Philadelphia to beat you through the air, that's advantage LA.
All right.
You know, we were talking about that yesterday, and I basically said that, you know, there was questions about believing in Jalen Hurts, and they tried to make it about something more than that. And I said, listen, if it comes down to Jalen Hurts, we're going to find out. Because you got a receiver on the sidelines reading books. You got people looking at Jalen Hurts and wondering what he can do consistently, and not only that, you're going to have people keying on Saquon Barkley, and they're going to dare Jalen Hurts to beat them.
Totally.
And we're going to see what he does. I believe in him, but they're going to challenge him.
They The Eagles just won a game where Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass for 2 straight quarters. It's all on.
King Aries right there. Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Alright, he got you. Get him, Tristan. Fuck him up. Tell him to fuck him up.
10 seconds.
Gonna be a hit marker. It's silenced. Let's go. What are you doing? What are you doing? He could have had that. He could have had that. He literally sat there.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know why.
He could have killed you so easy. He made that easy for us.
Them trash cans, dude.
That was probably the 1 and 8, dude.
Probably was.
Hey, do you think it's a good thing Madeline and I broke up?
Yeah, 100%.
For some reason, I can't stop like thinking about it. Like she was like a good person, but like I don't think us as a relationship was good.
She cheated on you, dude.
I know, but I mean like I kind of see like why, because like I was kind of shitty to her in like the aspect where I was like she was trying to have sex and I was kind of like just like you can. Yeah, she cheated on me twice. She cheated on me twice. How can I say that?
Are you like unless you're like beating her? No, there's no like no
Yeah,
valid
like,
excuse.
I was a good person. I mean, just because we didn't have sex.
Hostiles in the area.
I got you.
Thanks, sorry guys.
They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Smith escaping the pressure right. Slings this deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
They're making us fight for it. Keep at them.
Oh. Oh!
No! Leave?
Keep fighting. We got this. enough. One more to go. Now that was a fight. Solid work.